Good day, everyone. So today we'll be working on our graduation robe. Now, if you see what we have here, we have our dartless bodies, which consist of both the CF and the CB. And I also have my sleeve pattern here. Now, the sleeve pattern, if you notice what we have here, we did not do the shape sleeve pattern. Now we have the straight sleeve pattern because the graduation robe that we are working on is the straight. It's coming with the straight sleeve pattern, so you don't need to shape in the sleeve. So leave it the way it is. On also the bodies, you don't need to shape in the bodies. Leave the body the way it is. Now we'll be sending you the video, this video, so this will guide you on how to work on your own graduation robe, and also the picture of what you need, and so you can see what we are doing or how we are interpreting the pattern. Now for the graduation robe, now we have two different colors, the black, gold, and black. Now why I said black, gold, and black is two different colors, but I'm explaining it in three different ways. Now we have the black here, we have the gold here, we also have the black here. Now the black here goes like this. You are dropping from this point 2 cm down. Now from the 2 cm, you curve your hand to meet your shoulder. Now after taking that 2 cm down, you can now go back by 6 cm. From the 6 cm, move back to your shoulder and mark additional 5 to 6 cm. Because our shoulder is small, so this you can work with 5 cm. Now connect this down 6 cm to meet the 5 cm you have here. Label the panel that you have here. Don't forget the 2 cm you have here for miniature is 2 cm, for big, for your size, you're working with 4 cm. We also have 6 cm here. For your size, you should be working with 12 cm. Now after doing that, you now label it. Now you have your black parts of the fabric, you have the gold part of the fabric, and you also have the black part of the fabric. Now once you're done with this, you have to slash your paper all the way from this point here, so you differentiate both the black and the gold. You're not doing panel line. Take note, you're not doing panel line. You're only using this one to cut out the gold. You're still going to label, add it together to the black fabric you have there. So what you need to do is, as we already have the black, gold, and black here, don't forget this is the panel that we have here. So this panel of the gold serves as a panel on its own. Now we have like CF1, we have like CF2, CF3. We also have yoke around this upper part of the CF3. Now what you need to do is, yoke is around the chest part. Now you place your ruler on your chest line and roll across this way, just from this CF2 to this side here. The yoke is only on your CF3, so you slash. Now you know this is your yoke. Please take note. Don't slash this out now. Just hold on until you want to. So that is when you start cutting this particular part, so you don't mix this, turn this upside down. Now after slashing this, you have all your allowance. Now you are adding here, you have 1 inch allowance here, here you have 0.5 allowance here, here you have 0.5 allowance here, you have 0.5 allowance here, you have 0.5 allowance here. Now you have 1 inch allowance here. The reason why you're doing 1 inch allowance here is because here you have your zip joining at the front here, so try and make sure you have 1 inch allowance for this particular part. Now you also have yoke at the back line, so square across the back line. The back line, there is no panel for the back because the back is fully black. So once you square across like this, just indicate your allowance of ½ inch here, allowance of ½ inch here for joining. Now our back is cut and fold, so indicate that too. Cut and fold. Another thing you need to do For you to know that you have joining here, fold this tip down this way and raise it up. Write allowance of 0.5 here, 0.5 here for joining. This is still part of your yoke. So after doing this, you can now slash this back yoke here. Now this is a cut and fold part too, because you're cutting two of this, so you turn with one. So we'll be showing you on how we are doing the cutting before we start our sewing. After joining on your panels, remember yesterday we talked about the black part, which is your CF1, then your CF2 and your CF3. Now the CF2 is the gold part, your CF3 is also the black part. Now if you check the back, our gold part did not get to the back. Now the back, you only have your yoke where you join your yoke, and you have the gathers part to the down part here. So after doing that, your arm hole, you take the full roundness of your arm hole, compare it with your sleeve. But because you are doing gathers for your sleeve, you don't really need to work with that part. So just make sure your sleeve is already curved, and you take the full roundness of it of the arm hole divided by, multiplied by 3 plus 10 for big. For miniature we are using plus 5. Now the 1 inch allowance you added for your zip is what you use to achieve the zip part. So this is how your zip should look like. You also have the front facing that you overlock the zip what you have here. Now this is one part of your sleeve. You divide, take the measurement, fold your sleeve into 2, and take the measurement from this end to this other point, divide it by 3. Now you are taking 1/3 of that measurement. From the 1/3 of the measurement, you slash it into 2. But because you have it folded into 2, if you open it, whatever you have here is still the same thing what you have here. That's why you fold it into 2 and take the measurement from this end to this end, and you divide it into 3. So 1/3 of that measurement is what you are taking from this point, then you slash it into 2. Now because this part comes with the gold part of the sleeve, now the sleeve measurement, now we have 9 inches to this point. Now you are cutting 9 by 3 for miniature. Please take note. After if you are doing for the big size, so whatever you get, you take the measurement, now you multiply it by 2. For miniature, now we're using 3 inches for the length. For the big, you're working with like 6 inches. So with the 6 inches, you have your sewing allowance on both edge. Okay, now we still have our sewing allowance here. So apply either your air stay or the paper stay. Now your sewing allowance is 1/2 inch. Fold the 1/2 inch on both sides and you iron it. So this is how it comes out, and this is how it looks. So you're placing it on top and you sew on it. So the distance of the gold fabric that you have here should be the measurement of what you have here. So you take the measurement of this. Now we have 2 inches. Don't forget we added 3 inches, and I said your sewing allowance is 1/2 inch on both sides. So you'll be left with 2 inches. Now the 2 inches measurement you have here, you now take the distance of same 2 inches before you apply the other gold. So the same goes to this other part, 2 inches distance. Okay. So now after joining the gold part of the fabric, now this is what we now have left. So we are joining the panel. Don't forget, this is the shiny part, this is the right side of the fabric. So now you're placing right side to right side facing each other. And our sewing allowance here is 1/2 inch. Please take note. It's going to look like after you're done joining the both side panel. So the upper part now is this side here. You're using the upper part for your gathers. So the regular gathers where you sew, you can do 1 thread gathers, you can do 2 thread gathers, but don't forget to losing your machines to the 5 and 5th stage rather. So you now do your gathers at the upper part, then this is the down part. Okay, so this is the total outcome of your graduation robe. Now if you look at what we have here, this particular part we did gathers around the sleeve on both sleeves, then there is a joining here just to achieve this particular part that we have here. And check out where we do our hemming. Now you can use thread and needle to tack your hemming, and you can also use a hemming gun to do the hemming. Same thing applies to the down part. You can also do the same to this down part by using your hemming gun or thread and needle. So this is what you have. So we'll be expecting this kind of outcome from you guys. Thank you very much.